Since time immemorial, the Indian civilization has had a deep respect for women, rooted in its philosophy. Women deities hold a special place in our culture. Hello and welcome to New India Junction. I am Richa Divedi and this is India that is Bharat. For thousands of years, Devi Shakti and her many forms have been worshipped in India. In Vedic literature, all energy is called Shakti. The whole idea of creation is based on the belief that God is female. The ancient Hindu thought doesn't just comprise of male prophets like Guru Vishwamitra, Guru Vashisht, but also of women prophets like Ghosha, Lopamudra, Maitreyi, and Gargi. In Ramayana, Kaikeyi, one of the queens of King Dashrath, was a warrior. Women in warfare find mention in the Rig Veda. Brahut sculptures represent skillful horsewomen in the armies, while Patanjali mentions the spear bearers, Kautilya mentions women archers, and so on. In the medieval period, when the Islamic invasions began in India, several women stood out for their heroic deeds. Chand Bibi was the savior of the fort of Ahmednagar. Tarabai resisted the onslaught of Aurangzeb. Ahilyabai Holkar, the warrior queen of Malwa kingdom, who built temples, forts, ghats, and did a great service to humanity. Even the Kashi Vishwanath Dham in Varanasi was restored by Maharani Ahilyabai Holkar. Similarly, Jijabai was the fierce queen and the mother of Shivaji, who sacrificed her life in grooming her son as a Yodha against the Mughal rule. Then there were social reformers like Savitribai Phule, who championed the cause of education for women in India. She was the country's first female teacher who went on to establish several schools for women of all castes. Along with her husband Jyotirao Phule, Savitribai campaigned to abolish caste and gender discrimination and set up Bal Hatya Pratibandhak Griha to prevent female infanticide. Ramabai Ranade, considered as the pioneer of the women's movement in India, started Hindu Ladies Social Club and also established Seva Sadan for rehabilitation of distressed women in a bid to make women self-reliant. These very themes of equality, empowerment, and self-reliance have found resonance in Narendra Modi government's policies. Its policies reflect the millennia-old ethos that believe in empowered women for the overall betterment of the society. In the last 7 years, India has been transitioning from women development to women-led development. This has been enabled by the government through its multi-sectoral reforms and initiatives. Capacity building in areas like nutrition, health, and education have been key focus areas for uplifting women. In 2016-17, Prime Minister Modi announced the Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana, under which pan-India implementation of maternity benefit program came into being. This provided a direct benefit transfer to pregnant women and lactating mothers to meet enhanced nutritional needs and to partially compensate for wage loss as well. Today, the scheme has 2.15 crore beneficiaries. Landmark reforms such as the Maternity Benefit Amendment Bill 2017 that has increased the maximum period of paid maternity leaves to 26 weeks from the existing period of 12 weeks have provided women with the right to pursue both work and motherhood without having to sacrifice one for the other. With initiatives like Beti Bachao Beti Padhao that aims to address declining child sex ratio and empowerment of women on a life cycle continuum, the Modi government has identified and focused on a key area that ensures all-round development of women. The phenomenal success of this initiative is evident from the fact that child sex ratio in India has improved with 1,020 females to 1,000 males. Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana that was launched as a part of Beti Bachao Beti Padhao with an aim to facilitate the education of the girl child has so far covered 2.73 crore young women, having nearly rupees 1.19 lakh crore deposit. The government has also provided a push for higher education of women that can be noticed through a significant increase in the number of PhD enrollments. Measures such as women candidates being allowed a relaxation of 1 year for MPhil and 2 years for PhD in the maximum duration that is 2 to 6 years respectively, as per the University Grants Commission taken by the government, has enabled larger participation of women in pursuing higher education. For that matter, financial inclusion under Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana has empowered women like never before. Over 24.5 crore women in both rural and urban areas have access to formal banking and other financial services that have helped in their upliftment. Also, skill development under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana has provided women with the opportunity to hone their skills that can result in income generation. An enabling ecosystem has been created by the Modi government to empower the women and help them become self-reliant or Atmanirbhar. Similarly, with programs like Mahila-e-Haat, technology has been leveraged to provide women entrepreneurs, self-help groups and NGOs with a platform to sell their products. Women in the remotest corners of the country can now do business via Mahila-e-Haat. At every step, the government has ensured that women are benefited from India's growth and empowered them with a bundle of initiatives such that they can in turn drive new India's growth. Channeling the Nari Shakti in all spheres of life, be it the armed forces, sports, science, literature, agriculture, judiciary, has been accorded special importance by the Modi government. To achieve this, social inclusion is another area where the government has been working tirelessly. From ending archaic practices like triple talaq to abrogation of Article 370, it has been ensured that all women of the country are freed from the shackles of discriminatory laws and can march forward together. Women who dreamt of serving the country now have the option to join the Permanent Service Commission and pursue combat roles in the Indian Air Force and the Indian Navy. There are scores of initiatives taken by the Modi government to promote women-led development with a focus on strengthening women's agency and socio-economic capacities. Through increased access to basic facilities, targeted investment in employment and skill building, the government has ensured women are empowered to become leaders and key contributors to New India's growth trajectory. Through the course of our civilization, for thousands of years, Bharatvarsh has gifted to the world some of the greatest women, and today they are being provided with the environment such that Nari Shakti can drive New India's development story. Do let us know in the comments below if you found this episode of India That is Bharat insightful. Until next time, this is Richa Dwivedi signing off. Dhanyavad and Namaste.